So the whole purpose of this channel is to show you how AI plays a big role in the digital product creation process. And today's video is no different, because what I'm going to do is show you how you can use NotebookLM and Google's Gemini gems when it comes to getting started with AI and digital products in the most simplistic, beginner-friendly way possible. Now, most of you should already know exactly what NotebookLM is. I've made a couple videos on this channel about it so far, but in today's video, I want to show you a unique way that you can use it in combination with Google's Gemini gem. I'm going to break down everything so that by the end of this video, you're going to understand how you can use these free AI tools when it comes to helping you get started with your first digital product in 2026. So what we're going to do is just start off on NotebookLM. So if you don't already have an account, you're just going to go over to notebooklm.google. And what you're going to do is make sure that you're logged into your Gmail email address. If you are, all you need to do is just click on try NotebookLM. And what it's going to do is that it's going to take you over to this page. Now, as you guys already know, the way that I like to use NotebookLM is that I like to program it in a certain way so that it knows exactly what I'm trying to do. And then from there, it's going to be able to give me the best steps for the digital product that I'm looking to make and launch. And if you wasn't aware and you're new to this entire thing, when it comes to programming NotebookLM, there's a number of different ways that you can do it. You can do it by giving it a URL link. You can upload a document. You can go to a YouTube video. You can give it a file from your Google Drive, or what you can do is just give it text. And I'm going to come back to these different options in a moment. But for now, what I'm going to do is click on copy text. And this is the page that you're going to see. So when it comes to programming your NotebookLM, you're going to need to use a custom prompt. And the way to get that custom prompt is to use this custom prompt builder. And don't worry, it's completely free to use at the time of me making this video. It's going to be linked down below. It may be the first or second link. And by the time you click into it, it may look like this. It may look slightly different, but it's going to work the exact same way. Literally, all you need to do is select the AI tool that you're working with. So you're going to see all of these different options, but of course, right now we're working with NotebookLM, so I'm just going to select this one. And all it's going to do is get a gauge of what you're trying to build when it comes to the digital product. So it's going to take you through a series of different questions. So I'm just going to quickly go through it. I'm going to select different options so that you know exactly how this works. So the type of digital product that I'm going to create for this example is going to be an AI-powered info product. And all this is where you package up your existing knowledge in a way that you're going to be able to now launch as a digital product. And you're going to use AI to help you along every single step of the way. So we're going to go with this one. But of course, if you wanted to go with any other type of digital product, you've got that option. Next question is, why do you want to make this digital product? I'm going to say for this reason. Which niche do you have knowledge in? Now, this is very, very important. And it's not something that I touch on in every video. But one mistake that you want to avoid making is picking a topic that you have no knowledge in, or you don't care about, or you're not passionate about. Because all that's going to happen is that you're going to end up building your digital product, you're going to try and launch it, and you're going to end up failing because you're going to get questions from customers and you're not going to be able to answer it in the best possible way. So don't fall for the trap of picking something because you think it's popular. Pick something that you have knowledge in, that you know that you're going to be able to scale. So in today's video, I'm just going to go with artificial intelligence. This is something I know a lot about. I'm making a video about it right now as we speak. So let's select this and then click on next. How do you want to sell your digital product? I'm going to say that I want to sell it using a stand store. I would say that this is one of the best ones when it comes to a AI powered video info product. And I'm going to explain why as we move forward in this video. So I'm going to go with this one. And finally, how do you plan to promote your digital product? So we've got all of these different options, and I would say eventually you want to try and do as many different traffic methods as possible. But if you're a complete beginner, you want to start off with one and then steadily build your way up. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm just going to say that I want to move forward with email marketing. Of course, it may not be the best one to start off with. Social media is going to be the best, maybe a YouTube channel or even paid ads, but I'm just going to go with email marketing for today's demonstration. And then all I need to do is click on generate prompt. Okay guys, so here we go. It's now come back with the full prompt. And what it's going to show you on this page is the answers that you selected. So just make sure that you're happy with your choices. If there's any issues, you can always go back and edit your answers. You've also got the option to save the custom prompt to your device. So if you want to do that, you're just going to click on this option. But for now, I'm going to click on copy full prompt. Then I'm going to go back over to NotebookLM, paste everything in there just like that. You don't need to read anything at this stage. Just click on insert. Okay, perfect. So this is what it's going to come back with. Initially, it's going to come back with this summary, and the first thing that you need to do to make sure that it's working as it should is just type in next, and then what it's going to do from there is come back with a full summary of what you selected in the prompt builder. And you're only doing this just to make sure that everything is connected to your NotebookLM account. Okay, perfect. So everything looks right in terms of the product type, in terms of the niche, the skill level, everything that I selected in the prompt builder. So that's how you can program your NotebookLM. But what I want to do quickly is just break down this interface for those of you that might be new to it and you're not really sure of the functionalities of NotebookLM and how it's going to be able to help you. So on the left-hand side over here, we've got sources. So the main source that has been added to this particular notebook is going to be what we've just entered in terms of the prompt. But the good thing about this AI tool from Google is that you can add up to 300 different sources. So if you want to add an additional one, whether it's going to be through a file, a URL, a YouTube channel, you're going to be able to do that. And it's going to work in conjunction with the custom prompt that you've just entered. For example, if I wanted to add an additional source, which is going to be a YouTube channel, I'm going to be able to click on add sources. I'm going to be able to click on this link, and I'm going to be able to paste multiple different URL links from multiple different websites and YouTube channels for NotebookLM to get an understanding of what I'm trying to do. Now, you don't necessarily need to do this because the prompt that you've entered is very detailed and it's got all of the steps already integrated into it. But I'm just showing you exactly how it works for those of you that want to take things a little bit further. So what you can also do if you want to get a YouTube channel link is go to any channel. I'm going to use my channel in this example. So as you can see right here, I've got a NotebookLM video that I made a couple days ago. If I wanted to get the URL, I could just click on share, go back over to NotebookLM, paste it in there like this, and then click on insert. And then from there, NotebookLM is going to be able to analyze everything that was said in that video for it to get a better understanding of how to structure the answers that it's going to give back to me. But once again, you don't need to do that in this case. So I'm just going to remove this source for now because it's not necessary as to what we're trying to do. Because when it comes to using this notebook to help you build a digital product, the main thing that you need to do once you've confirmed everything in the initial table is just type in next once again. And what it's going to do from this point is walk you through everything as if you're a complete beginner. You've never done this before. It's going to tell you what to do, how to select your title. It's going to give you different options for your title. It's going to tell you what websites you need to go to, just everything when it comes to helping you out. This is something that I've been doing in recent times with different projects that I've been working on just to provide me with clarity and to make the whole process that much more smoother. So that's how this chat session works over here. You're just going to select your options, click on next, and it's going to take you from digital product creation all the way to the best traffic source and how you can execute that traffic source as well. And if we just go over here to the right hand side, which is the studio section, this is where things get a little bit more interesting because with this one, what you're able to do is generate all of these different things, whether it's going to be a data table, slide deck, infographic, quiz, flashcard. You can generate multiple different types of reports, mind maps, and two of my favorites are going to be audio overviews and video overview. Because if we just go into audio overviews, what you can do is click into this pencil icon and you can select all of these different formats. And the way that it's going to work is that it's going to be a AI podcast episode based on the topic that you enter over here. And it's also going to be centered around the custom prompt that you've given your NotebookLM. So if I just type in this random prompt, all I'm doing is explaining that I want the podcast host to focus on how to start this specific info product and how I can also remove limiting beliefs. So the good thing about this is that you can also select the length if you want it to be short, default, long, if you want it to be a debate style, critique, a brief. You're going to be able to select all of these different options and get a custom podcast episode. So I'm just going to generate that for now. Then I'm going to go over here to video overviews. I'm going to click on the pencil icon. And let's say after I listen to the podcast, I now want to get some practical steps and I want to get it in the form of a mini course when it comes to how to get traffic to my digital product. What I can do is click into this, say that I want it to be classic, and I'm going to say that I want the AI host in the video to focus on creating a mini course explaining how to run Instagram ads for this digital product step by step. And because it already knows what type of digital product I'm focused on, I don't need to give it too much information. So I'm just going to click on generate for this. And as you can see, the video and the podcast is being generated. So I'm going to leave that to do its thing. But what I'm going to do now is go over to Google Gemini. And it's going to be over here where you're going to be able to build something called a Gemini gem. Now, for those of you that's not sure of exactly what this is and how it's going to benefit you, it's basically you building your own AI bot that's going to be centered around what you program it with. And because Gemini has a bit more interactive capabilities, you're going to be able to pair it with NotebookLM when it comes to just giving you a more interactive experience. And remember guys, I'm only showing you all of this just so that you know how all of these different AI tools work and how they play a role when it comes to being able to start, launch, and scale a digital product. Now, when it comes to building your first gem, if you haven't done so already, even if you've built one before, you're still going to learn a lot about this process. What you need to do is go over here to the left-hand side and then expand the menu out. And it's going to be here where you're going to see the option for gems. So you're just going to click into it just like that. And then from there, what it's going to do is take you over to this page. Now you're going to have two different options when it comes to creating a gem. You can either create one directly using Opal. That's going to be called a super gem. But what I'm going to be doing in today's video is showing you how you can build, I would say, a mini super gem. And stick with me because all of this is going to make sense. So don't select the top one. You're just going to scroll down over here to Gem Manager and you're going to click on New Gem over here. And then this is the interface that you should see from this point. And it's going to be here where you're now going to program your gem in a way that is going to function in the right way. So first things first, what you need to do is select a name. So I'm just going to give it a random name. We're just going to call it Info Product Startup Advisor. And for the description, we're just going to keep it simple and say that it's assistance with setting up an AI info product. All of this doesn't matter, by the way. This is just for your record. The most important thing is the instruction box over here. This is where you're going to tell it exactly what you want your gem to do. And for the sake of this video, I'm just going to keep it simple. And I'm just going to say your job is to present the sources in the notebook in an easy to understand way to take me from digital product creation to traffic source. So you could just enter this in. If you want Gemini to expand on it, you can use the rewrite feature, but I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm going to come over here to default tool. I'm going to click on this one. And this is where you're going to select canvas. And finally, for the knowledge base, this is where you're now going to click on add files. And if you're on the pro account with Gemini, you're going to be able to select NotebookLM. And then it's going to be from this point where you're going to see all of the different notebooks that you've made in your account. So as long as your Gmail is the same Gmail that you've logged into with your Gemini, with your notebook, you're going to see all of them here. So just select the one that you've programmed using that custom prompt. So in my case, it's going to be this one, and then I'm going to click on add. And once you've done that, all you need to do from that point is just click on save. All right, perfect. So as we can see, everything has now been created. I'm going to be able to start using it. So I'm just going to click on start chat. And we're now at a point where my Gemini is directly connected to my programmed NotebookLM. And let me show you a very interesting way that this is going to be able to make everything a lot more smoother. If I just come over here to the prompt box, I'm just going to enter this in. I'm going to say build an interactive modern course dashboard that guides me step by step through creating and selling an info AI product based on what is in the notebook. Just like that, make sure that I'm on the fast option and then click on submit. And there we go. What the mini super gem is going to do is start building out this interactive dashboard. And it's not going to take too long, probably a couple seconds, maybe a couple minutes, as you guys already know if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time. So I'm going to wait for it to be done. And as soon as it has, I'm going to be back ASAP. Okay, guys, I'm back. And that took slightly longer, around 2.5 minutes, but it's only because it was building out something very specific and very detailed. So as you can see on the screen, on the previous screen, it's done a decent job so far, but I'm just going to make it full screen so that we can get a better look. Okay, so this is what Gemini was able to build for me. And again, it's programmed with everything that you answered in that initial prompt generator. So it's going to work in a similar style to a course dashboard. So if you're someone that's trying to take this whole digital product serious and you want to get the step-by-step understanding of it, you can see all the modules on the right-hand side. You're going to be able to click into this. It's going to give you a general overview of what you need to do in a step-by-step format. So as you can see, this is what I need to do here. It's going to give me a further description below. It's going to give me all of the prompts that I need. If I click on complete and next, I'm going to be able to go through everything. Again, it's going to tell me everything I need to do, all of the different websites that I need to go to, selecting my product title. I'm going to be able to do that over here. I can select it just like that. Click on next. Over here, it's going to tell me how to actually build out the foundation of this video info product. And if you guys don't know, there's certain AI tools that I use when it comes to being able to build the foundation of this entire digital product store. For example, when it comes to getting the visuals, I like to use Gamma. So it's giving me the direct link to go to. It's also giving me the prompt for me to copy and paste based on the title that I selected. And it's also going to tell me how I can turn those slides from Gamma into an actual AI video. And the tool that I use for this one is called Descript. Literally with Descript, you're going to drag and drop the PDF download that you got from Gamma, and it's going to be able to turn it into a video. And you're also going to be able to add captions, and you can use the AI tool when it comes to making things a lot more modern, a lot more improved, and a lot more customized. So I just found this to be really helpful. It's helped out so many people because you can use NotebookLM when it comes to adding multiple different sources. You can now use Gemini gems when it comes to doing something like this that not that many other AI tools are able to do. And again, it's just going to make things a lot better when it comes to being able to get things up and running. It also even tells you how to get your digital product listed. So Standstore is what I use at the moment when it comes to selling these different AI video info products. So it's going to give me all of the instructions when it comes to being able to do that, the prompts when it comes to getting the images made. It's also going to give me the information on the traffic method that I selected and how I can execute that in the best possible way. And at the end, it's going to let me know once I've completed the blueprint. So yeah, I found Gemini to be really interesting when it comes to turning the information from NotebookLM into more of an interactive thing. So this is definitely something that you may want to try out. And if we just go back over to NotebookLM, as we can see over here, the podcast as well as the mini course has now been made. So what I'm going to do quickly is show you a short snippet of the video that it was able to make, just so that you guys get the point.
So you did it. The guide is finished. The content is brilliant, but it's just kind of sitting there, right? You post about it, maybe a few friends buy it, but the sales aren't exactly flooding in. Believe me, this is the exact moment where so many creators get stuck. So how do you actually break through all that noise and connect with the people who are out there right now looking for what you've made? Well, this is where we completely change the game. We're not just promoting your product anymore. Oh no, we are building a sales engine.
So yeah, guys, that is a short clip from the video that I was able to make. And I'm sure that you can already tell that the remainder of it is going to be really helpful when it comes to giving me insights. And you can also make as many different videos that you want. So if there's something specific you want to get an understanding on in the process that you're going through, you're going to be able to use the video overview feature. And if we just go back over to the podcast that it was able to make, I want to show you how interesting this one is. So if I just open it up, so as you can see, it was able to come back with a completely free, almost 12-minute podcast episode. But the most interesting thing about this, I would say, isn't the fact that you get a custom podcast, but you're able to actually interact with it. Now, I don't know of any other AI tool that allows you to do something like what I'm about to show you, but you're basically going to be able to interject in the podcast, give your thoughts, and the podcast host, which are obviously AI, are going to come back with their thoughts and opinions. So this is another way to supercharge your learning experience. So what I'm going to do is just click on interactive.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're diving straight into one of the most exciting shifts happening right now. I mean, the incredible speed at which you can turn the knowledge in your head into a sellable digital asset.
It's a fundamental change.
It really is. For years, the limiting belief was that launching a viable info product, it took months, maybe even years of development, design.
Oh, hey there, what's up?
I don't feel like it's possible for me to succeed with this info product. Is it really possible? Please tell me, and also remove all of my limiting beliefs when it comes to executing on this specific info product that I've decided to build.
That is a completely understandable feeling.
Yeah, that hesitation, that doubt.
It's the biggest killer of solo projects.
And the short answer is absolutely yes. It is possible for you to succeed.
Our goal today is to show you exactly why.
Yeah, the core value of this blueprint we're discussing is that it acts as the ultimate antidote to those limiting beliefs.
So yeah, guys, that's basically the interactive podcast feature. And this is something that I use all the time as well when it comes to getting quick answers on different things that I'm stuck on in various different projects. Once you load your NotebookLM with the right sources, this podcast feature becomes super, super powerful. But for the most part, those are the key features that I wanted to touch on in today's video and how these different AI tools are going to be able to help you with digital products. If you wanted to get a more step-by-step understanding when it comes to being able to execute all of this in the best possible way, just click the top link in the description down below. Don't forget to check out the prompt builder in my description as well. And if you want to watch another YouTube video that I made not too long ago, where I broke down some other interesting ways that you can implement completely free AI tools on your digital product journey, you're going to be able to watch that video by clicking the link right there. Check that out straight after this because that video has helped out countless people. And I'm sure if you're able to watch it from the very beginning all the way to the very end, it's also going to help you out as well. But as always, guys, I'm going to catch you on that next video. Make sure you stay safe out there. Peace.